Story is Borreguita and the Coyote by Verna Ardema. On the farm, at the foot of a mountain, there once lived a little ewe lamb. Her master simply called her Borreguita, which meant little lamb. One day, Borreguita's master tied her to a stake in the field of red clover. The lamb was eating the lush plants when a coyote came along. The coyote growled, "Grr, Borreguita, I'm going to eat you up." "Oh," Borreguita bleated, "Bah, bah. Oh, Senor Coyote, I would not fill you up, for I am as thin as a bean pod. When I have eaten all this clover, I shall be fat. You will want to eat me then." Coyote looked at the skinny little lamb and the wide clover field. "Está bien. That is good," he said. "When you are fat, I shall come back." And after many long days, the coyote returned. He found that the lamb was grazing in a meadow, and he growled, "Grrr, Borreguita, you are as plump as a tumbleweed. I'm going to eat you now." Borreguita bleated, "Meh, meh, Senor Coyote, I know something that tastes ever so much better than lamb." "What?" asked Coyote. "Cheese," says Borreguita. "My master keeps a round of cheese on his table. He eats it with his tacos." Oh, the coyote had never heard of cheese, and he was curious about it. "How can I get some of this cheese?" he asked. Borreguita said, "There is a pond at the end of the pasture. Tonight when the moon is high, meet me there, and I will show you how to get the cheese." "Está bien," said the coyote. "I will be there." And that night, when the moon was full and sitting straight up in the sky, Borreguita and the coyote met at the edge of the pond. There, glowing in the black water, was something that looked like a big, round cheese. "Do you see it?" cried Borreguita. "Swim out there and get it." Well, Coyote slipped into the water and paddled it towards the cheese. He swam and swam, whoosh, 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 whoosh. But the cheese always stayed just so far away, and finally he opened his mouth and lunged. Ow! Whoosh! The image shattered in a splash. The pond water rushed into Coyote's mouth, and coughing and spitting, he turned and headed back to the shore. When he reached it, the little lamb was gone. She had tricked him. Coyote shook the water off his fur. Then he looked at the big cheese in the sky and he howled, "Ow!" At dawn the next day, Borreguita went to graze near a small overhanging ledge of rock at the side of the mountain. She knew that the coyote would be coming after her, and she had a plan. As the sun rose over the mountains, Borreguita saw the coyote coming. He was sniffing along with his nose somewhere near the trail. She crawled under the ledge and lay on her back, bracing her feet against the top. Way up here. And when Coyote found her, he growled, "Grrr, Borreguita, I see you under there. I'm going to pull you out and eat you." Borreguita pleaded, "Blah, blah. Senor Coyote, you cannot eat me now. I have to hold up this mountain. If I let it go, it will come tumbling down." The coyote looked at the mountain. He saw that lamb really was kind of holding it up. Coyote thought. "You are strong," said Borreguita. "Will you hold it up while I go to get help?" The coyote did not want the mountain to fall, so he crept under the ledge and put up his feet. "Push hard," said Borreguita. "Do you have it now?" "I have it," said the coyote. "But hurry back! This mountain is heavy." Borreguita rolled out from the shadow cave and went leaping down and running all the way back to the barnyard. Coyote held up that rock until his legs ached and he was hungry and thirsty, and at last he said, "Oh, even if the mountain falls, I am going to let it go. I can't hold it up any longer." The coyote dragged himself out, covered his head with his paws, but the mountain did not fall. He knew that that little lamb had fooled him again. Coyote sat on his haunches and howled, "Ow!" Early the next morning, the coyote hid himself in a thicket in the lamb's pasture, and when she drew near, he sprang out with a "Oof!" And as he said, "Borreguita, you will not escape this time. I am going to eat you up now." Well, Borreguita bleated, "Bah, bah, Senor Coyote, I know I deserve to die, but grant me one kindness. Swallow me whole, so that I won't have to suffer the biting and the chewing." "Why should I make you comfortable while I eat you?" demanded the coyote. "Anyways, I couldn't swallow you all in one piece even if I wanted to." "Oh, yes you could," said Borreguita. "Your mouth is so big you could swallow a whole cougar. Open wide, and I will run and dive right into your mouth." Oh my goodness, Borreguita. Coyote opened his mouth wide. He braced his feet, and Borreguita backed away. She put her head down, and she charged. Bam! She struck the inside of Coyote's mouth so hard, she sent him rolling. "Ow, ow, 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 ow!" howled the coyote as he picked himself up and ran away, his mouth feeling like one big toothache. And from that day on, Borreguita frisked about on the farm in the foot of the mountains, and Coyote never bothered her again. The end.